Hi, Cappy, and welcome to our 12 house spread for the second half of October. Cappy, let's jump in. In the first house of your identity, your essence, your divine spark, and all things that make you you, you have the Seven of Cups. So, this is a sense of being spoilt for choice, um, maybe trying to work out what's real and what's not. So, this showing up in your identity, perhaps you're just trying to work out what serves you, what's real about you, what works for you, and what doesn't. Let's see what our clarifier says.
Mm. First house of self. Capricorn, you've got the Justice card. So this is speaking to a sense of fairness, a sense of balance, and it's representative of Libra too. So is there anything in your life that's feeling like it's helping you balance out priorities, leaning into that a bit more? And we'll see through the rest of the reading how you can manifest that.
Lovely. Kathy, in your second house of what you're resourced with to bring about your abundance, beautiful. You have the Page of Pentacles. So the second house is all about what gift, skill, talent, ability you have that's going to bring about your wealth, your abundance, your security. So this is suggesting that one of your greatest assets, what you're resourced with, is your enthusiasm. So I feel like you're enthusiastic about something either really consciously or maybe it's kind of nibbling away, trying to surface. But if you follow this enthusiasm, that's what's going to bring through abundance for you. What's our clarifier say?
Yeah. So the Six of Swords, Capricorn, in the second house, this means you'll be starting something new, leaving one thing, moving into the next. And I wonder if combined with the Page of Pentacles, this could be news coming in, like something new happening. And maybe you're feeling like, oh, I'm just done with that old way. And this is the time where you can start exploring that different opportunity. So very nice, Capricorn.
I like that, Cappy, for you. Cappy, in your third house of communication, ideas, thinking, imagination, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So this guy's just contemplating if all of his work has been worth it. So it's a time of reflection, assessment. I've been putting all of this energy in. What am I getting from it? Let's see what our clarifier says.
Yeah, what is coming through? Ah, the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a really reassuring card in that position of communication and ideas. And you're wondering, is this worth it? Yes, it is. The Queen of Pentacles knows that she's worked really hard. And now she has this kind of like a little baby nestled in her lap. Take care of it. It's something really precious. It's not to be squandered. Even if it may feel like something about it has just come really easily, like, oh, this doesn't matter. I can do this any day. How can you actually notice that and tap into its energy to bring you that sense of satisfaction in your communication and any ideas coming forward? Mm.
I feel like you're birthing something
Mm.
through your communication. So you're birthing maybe a creative project that's hinged upon communication, but yeah, birthing whatever you're doing, communication wise, imagination, or talking. I mean, communication is essentially everything. It's going to be really abundant for you, Kat. In your fourth house of family, home, all things familiar, how you feel at home in the world, do not be alarmed. You have the Three of Swords. This is something that you're healing from. I wonder if you've been hurt by family of origin or your current family. This is a card of self forgiveness and self healing. Let's see what our clarifier says.
Yeah, and how you can heal from that. Well, in a similar vein, we have the Nine of Wands in this position of what's familiar and home and family of origin or chosen family. The Nine of Wands can represent, do I need to add something or take something away? Like, what's going on here? I feel kind of beaten up with this situation. But it is saying you can take some rest. And I think also with the Three of Swords combined with this card, it's that. It's not just a simple matter of I'm suffering and it's over. It's something that you're healing from and learning from to grow from. Sometimes it can be a matter of speaking up or having a say about what's actually going on for you with people who are safe to do so, to listen to you and care for you and have your best interests at heart. So, um, as with the tarot, there are some things that come through as a message that may seem daunting or scary, but it's always with a movement in the right direction. It's always the actions that you need to take to and get the most out of your situation. Yeah.
Thanks, Sam. I got inspiration as always from you. And I get the sense, Cap, that you might need to set a boundary on the home front. Like, no means no, that's enough. I'm not doing that anymore. You can say it with love. But yeah, that just came through. So take it how it resonates, as we always say.
Mm.
In your fifth house of creative expression, you have the very lovely Ace of Wands. So this is inspiration coming through. This is a real spark of inspiration. So what a beautiful house to land in. So this is the house of creative expression. It's ruled by Leo. So, you can shine your light, show off a little bit. So some real inspiration is coming through for you around creativity. And I get the sense that you're tapping into your inner child and it's being let off its leash in a really good way. What's our clarifier say?
Okay, and it's saying that this can happen through the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of letting go and paying attention to whatever may be saddening or hurtful. It's okay to not shy away from difficult feelings like that, because once we actually give them space to breathe, they can have a lot of inspiration and energy and revitalization that comes from that experience. So, yeah, in that fifth house of creative self-expression, it's asking you to dig deep and check out how do you bring substance to the way you express yourself? Not that you don't already, but it's that familiarity for you, Capricorn, around plumbing the depths and not being afraid of hard work. So tapping into that too.
That's lovely, Em. I get the sense that the grief that you've been through is going to inform your creativity, and your creativity is going to heal your grief. So, a nice symbiotic relationship there, Kat. In
Yeah.
your sixth house of work, health, making good choices, discernment, you have the very lovely King of Pentacles. So, the King of Pentacles, as you can see, he's just like surrounded by opulence. It is a card of opulence and abundance. He's really resting in the fruits of his labor. So showing up in the the sixth house of work, I get the sense whatever you're working on is going to bring through this
Mhm.
same level of opulence and abundance. So maybe rest in the fulfillment. Don't let it be all about the destination, is just what I'm getting. Like, enjoy the journey, like, enjoy the opulence and the fulfillment of the journey rather than thinking that the opulence and the fulfillment can only come from the destination. And what's our clarifier?
Yeah, I'm just getting a sense of that's such a good reading for us too. And I really enjoy making these videos and sharing this with the world. So I'm enjoying the journey. Yeah, and in the sixth house, the clarifier is the moon card. So I haven't seen this card in a little while. It's nice for it to pop up. But we recently had the eclipse in Libra, and it's about not worrying too much about what other people think. And maybe this is coming up in the sixth house for you, Cappy, because it's asking you to not be afraid to walk the shadows of the moonlit path. The moon is also representative of our deeper self, our intuitive self. So yeah, I guess it's saying that that may emerge in your work a little bit, and maybe there's something about your work that's helping you reflect in that way about yourself, and also about making decisions. They can be hard, but trust that you'll be able to navigate that and you'll get there in the end.
I love that. In your seventh house, Cap, of relationships, you have I need glasses, Cap, the seven of wands. So this dude's laying down some firm boundaries. And interesting, we were talking about the boundaries in the one, two, three, four, in the fourth house. So I think boundaries might be a bit of a theme for you, Cap. You are known for your hard work. And that old expression, if you want something done, ask a busy person. So I think some boundaries are what you need in relationship, is just very simply what I'm getting. What's our clarifier saying?
Yeah, cool. So, seventh house, the King of Pentacles. This came up in the last house, with work and making decisions. So I wonder if there's someone coming up for you as a potential love interest or a friend or a business partner, anything close and intimate with work. So, or a decision that you've had to make that suddenly resulted in someone popping up. But it could also just represent that you're experiencing that opulence in your own energy and relationships at the moment. And it's asking you to pay attention to what are you doing at the moment that does contribute to that feeling. Could it be the way you're communicating? Could it be how you're showing up at work? Whatever it is, just leaning into that and saying, okay, we need more of this energy here.
Love it. In your eighth house of transformation, oh, similar dude. I do tend to get
Mhm.
these two mixed up, I have to say, because they're very similar in energy and appearance. So you
Yeah.
have the Nine of Wands. So he's also about determination, setting a boundary, persistence, perseverance. He's our wounded warrior. Yeah, he's ready. He's ready to guard what he needs to guard. So showing up in your eighth house of transformation, I feel that transformation is going to come through for you wherever you need to transform, whether it be within yourself, your business, your relationships, or multiple areas of your life where you would like to transform into greater abundance, greater love. That this the perseverance, the grit and the determination to transform is going to serve you well, as well as just acknowledging that you have been through a lot. He is the wounded warrior, and really honoring what you've lived and the wisdom that you have to offer as a result. What's our
Mm.
clarifier, Em?
Yeah, your wisdom's coming through really fast and momentous, Capricorn. I was about to call you Sagittarius. So this is the Eight of Wands, that is quick success. And even though there may be a moment of reflection, I don't know why I had the word genuflection coming through, which is almost like prayer. Are you waiting and praying for something good to come through? Well, it will be coming through quickly, and maybe it's already happened and it's a matter of noticing it. But that is transformation through that experience, particularly your experiences of hardship in the past.
That's really lovely. So things that need to transform are going to transform quickly for you. Really nice.
Mm.
Um, Beautiful. In your six, seven, eight, nine, I can count. In your ninth house of higher mind and expansion, you have the Four of Pentacles. So he's kind of known in the tarot as being a bit of a miser. He's hanging on to his pentacles a little too tightly, bit of a tight ass. He's also known as very risk adverse. He can also represent just a solid foundation, just a nice, secure, stable foundation. So I'm wondering, in your higher mind of expansion, travel, yeah, I kind of get the sense that for some of you, you need to take a risk and go into the expansion represented by the ninth house, the higher
Mm.
mind expansion, getting out there, getting amongst it. And for others, it's just affirming that you do have a nice, solid foundation from which to expand. But let's see what our clarifier says.
Mm. So it's pointing you in the direction of the King of Cups. And in this ninth house, the King of Cups is very steady. So again, he's sitting, he's got his feet squarely there. He's got two things in each of his hands to kind of balance himself out. Nothing will surprise the King of Cups. So that's a very steady energy. I feel like this is saying you can lean into that for sure. And I guess the stable foundation is a springboard, like a platform into taking a well-measured risk, that you've done an assessment, you know this is going to be good for you, and taking that first step, whatever it is you need to support you with that process. And the King of Cups is very comfortable in any emotional situation. So it could be difficulty or elation, whatever it is, it's going to be stabilizing. So good job there, Capricorn.
Lovely, Cap. Oh, beautiful, Cap. In your house, the 10th house, Capricorn,
Nice.
which is career, your contribution to the world,
Mm.
your public image, your reputation, you have the moon. So this showing up in your career, your contribution to the world, I get the sense that you're being asked to more deeply trust your intuition in this area, is just what I get really strongly. What does our clarifier say, Em?
Yeah, and this came up in the sixth house as well. So something about work and career very strongly. Ooh, the hanged man for the clarifier in this house. Insight, reflection, taking the time. It could be that you're feeling like you're kind of stuck and you want to move, but there's nothing you can do. It is what it is. And in that space, if it's out of your control, you can still learn and grow from that experience. So yeah, that's all I've got to say with that one.
And you might be in an environment where people aren't into woo-woo and they're not really into like, oh, I'm going to meditate before the morning meeting. What does my intuition say? You might not be in that environment, so you might just need to claim that space for yourself. You don't have to publicly declare it, but just giving yourself permission to do what you need to do around intuition is really strongly indicated there. In your 11th house, Cap, of hopes and wishes, oh, beautiful. You have the Queen of Swords. So she's seeing clearly for the first time. So this is a card of perspective, clear seeing, far seeing, visionary, showing up in your 11th house of hopes and wishes. I get the sense that you're very clear about what you're wishing for. And when we have that clarity married up with a wish, then manifestation is not far away. So really exciting. What's our clarifier say, Em?
Yeah. So the Queen of Swords with the Eight of Cups. And this is similar to the energy from the fifth house, just walking away, leaving something behind that's no longer serving you. Maybe there was a dream or a wish that you were like, oh, I've always wanted that my whole life. And you're getting to a point where you're like, is that what I really want? Like, am I going to get what I want if I ask for that now? So maybe it's just a reflection around what is it you really want, what you really desire, and how can you move forward to that with this Queen of Swords energy, that very clear seeing.
I love that, Em. I think that's bang on. And in your final house, your 12th house, Cap, you have, oh, very interesting. You have the Four of Cups showing up in your 12th house of deep spirituality, all things hidden, making the unconscious conscious. I get the sense that in the past, maybe you felt a little bit let down by your spiritual practice, but this card tells us that you can now trust what's coming in. You can now trust the offer. So there's an offer coming in for you. I feel like it's somehow tied up with your spirituality, or maybe your spirituality is just helping you manifest this offer. Let's see what our clarifier says.
Yeah. Oh, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. So this card is often a card of reflecting, is everything worth what I've put in? Like, am I getting back out what I've put in? And that card coming up there, sorry, what card was it again, Fran? I just lost it because I
Yeah,
had
it was the Four of Cups.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's something uncertain and the self-doubt is kind of strong, maybe coming up with that. But in this house of all things hidden, I also get the sense that along with spirituality, it can also be connected to a sense of purpose. Because for some of us who aren't super spiritual, another way of looking at spirituality is just life purpose and what gives you meaning. So if this is something that you've been doubting before, it may bring you meaning to start trusting again. That can be really powerful for some people who've really gone along, just been like super jaded, like there's nothing I can trust anymore. But maybe this is an opportunity to try it again, or try something new with that, whether it's relationship, whether it's work, or trusting yourself. I think that's the message of this house.
It really strongly indicates that there is a new offer coming in, and you can trust this one. Don't kind of get caught up in past disappointments. This one is coming through. You can trust it, and I think it's really going to reinvigorate you, Cap. So how exciting. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for reading with us, and we'll see you at the next fortnight.